Hawa's story by Right to Play. Hawa is a 10-year-old girl who lives in a village in Mali. Hawa has a big imagination. Hawa loves to tell stories. Every day, she tells her mother a new story. She tells stories about lions and elephants and birds. You should write a book, says her mother. But I don't know how to write a book, says Hawa. Hawa tells stories to people in her village. She tells them exciting stories about her adventures. You should write a book, they tell her. But I don't know how to write a book, says Hawa. Hawa tells stories to her sister Aminata. She tells sad stories about people who live far away. You should write a book, says Aminata. But I don't know how to write a book, says Hawa. Hawa tells stories to her friends. She tells them a story about a soccer match where she scores a goal. You should write a book, says her friends. But I don't know how to write a book, says Hawa. One day, Hawa's father asks for her help. He says, Hawa, your mother and I do not know how to read or write, but we have some very important things that we want to say in a letter. Will you write the words down for us? Yes, says Hawa. She wonders what her father wants to write. Hawa runs home from school the next day. She is excited to write the letter with her mother and father. Who is the letter for? What will it be about? While Hawa's mother and father are collecting wood for the fire, her mother tells her what to write in the letter. To our dear brother, she says. Hawa is surprised. She did not know that her mother had a brother. She knows she has 4 sisters, but where is her brother? It has been many years since you left, and we miss you very much, says Hawa's father. Then Hawa's mother speaks. It is time for us to forgive one another. Life is too short to stay angry forever. Hawa looks at her mother. She wonders what her mother was angry about. Hawa's mother tells her many things that she must write in the letter. She talks about her children and her home. She talks about Hawa and her adventures. She talks about Hawa's father too. Hawa tries to remember everything so that she can write it down. Thank you for writing this letter for us, says Hawa's mother. That night, Hawa writes down all the things her parents have told her. She writes and writes and writes. She uses many pages. A few weeks later, Hawa's uncle comes to visit. She is very excited to meet him. He has a big bicycle and gives her rides. He likes to make Hawa laugh. After her uncle's visit, Hawa writes all about what has happened to her family. She writes and writes and writes. She writes many pages. She even draws pictures on some of the pages. Then she unfolds the pages and writes on the front, Hawa's family book. You do know how to write a book, says her father. Well done.